Welcome back to Addiction Freedom. Nicholas here with you. I'm going to talk about the complete, comprehensive breakdown of what an addiction really is. I'm going to talk about what happened in my life, and I'm going to talk about what I have learned from other people, from helping others, and why addictions are so tough. Normally, a person gets stuck with addictions because the conscious part of them, they consciously decide, I don't want to do something anymore. They have that conscious decision. But at the same time, there's a part of them that's not ready yet, which is the subconscious mind. It's that part of you that's creating conversations in the background of your mind, and it's the part of you that's reacting emotionally to the circumstances of life. There's the conscious part of you, and then there's the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind does things in life, and you become conscious of them. Just like you can watch random thoughts pop up into your head. So they have this thing going on within them. A person consciously decides, I want to quit an addiction, but then the subconscious mind isn't ready yet. So they try and quit, but the addictive thoughts and the compulsive urges keep coming back and overwhelming them, and then they relapse. Does that sound familiar? If that's happening to you, and if you're tired of going through that, I've got some good news for you. The biggest mistake to avoid is trying to force yourself to quit and then relapsing, then trying to force yourself to quit again and then relapsing, and then repeating that cycle, which destroys your mental health and your progress towards quitting. People do not quit addictions because they force themselves to. They only quit when their subconscious mind is ready. Consciously, you can be aligned. You know what you want. You have the vision. You consciously have the vision of what you want to quit doing and how you intend to live. But if the subconscious mind is not aligned, there's going to be a disconnect, and it's going to cause cognitive dissonance, which is where you do things that are against your visions or your intentions. It's going to cause a lot of negative emotion to pop up within you. The 533 routine, which is a reflection and articulation routine where you can write or speak. If you don't like writing, you can do speaking. The 533 routine makes your mind ready without having to force yourself to quit and without fighting with yourself. The way this works is the subconscious mind is influenced by everything. Everything we perceive and everything we listen to, everything we think about, everything that our perception touches impacts the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind adjusts to whatever we perceive, all of our experiences. So we can't consciously remember what we were doing 56 days ago. I don't know what I was doing, but the subconscious mind is storing all of these memories that we can't consciously recollect. We can't bring them up into our mind, right? Just right off of our, I want to remember what I was doing 56 days ago. No, you can't do that. The subconscious mind is holding on to all of these memories and emotions and things that we perceive, but that our conscious mind can't touch. So how do we influence the subconscious mind? If you know you consciously want to quit doing something, but you know that the subconscious mind is not ready yet, you need to be focusing on making the subconscious mind ready, aligning the subconscious mind. So I asked myself this question when I was battling addiction, once I realized this was going on within me, and I was like, what can I do? What is the most powerful thing I can do to change my subconscious mind? Because I don't want to waste time anymore. I want to accelerate the quitting process, the changing process. What can I do? So I started to ask, what impacts people's subconscious mind the most? What influences my subconscious mind the most? And I started to pay attention to this kind of stuff. There are three things that influence the subconscious mind. Things that you repeat often, things that you anticipate doing again in the future, and things that you are mentally and emotionally invested in. If you are in a relationship and you have an intimate partner, that's a lot of emotional investment and mental investment, and you're going to notice your subconscious mind thinks about them, comes up with imagination, kind of imaginative visions and movies about that person, mental movies in the head. If you have a major focus, like a career or some sort of hobby or special interest that you're very mentally and emotionally invested in, you're going to be thinking about that thing all the time. Not consciously, subconsciously. Your subconscious mind is going to continue to produce mental phenomenon, mental activity based on these things that we are mentally and emotionally invested in. We have A, B, and C. These are the three most powerful ways, the three things that influence the subconscious mind the most. When you're living your life, the subconscious mind has momentum, and it's going to be producing things based on that momentum. This is also known as autosuggestion. I highly recommend take some time, look up autosuggestion, reflect on it, and see what you think about it. Why do the addictive thoughts and compulsive urges continue coming back after a person decides to quit? What is subconscious momentum? The more that a person does A, B, and C, so if, say, we'll take a hobby of like a sport. So if a person repeats tennis, they play tennis and practice tennis a lot, and they think about practicing again tomorrow and next week, and they're consciously anticipating improving and playing tennis, performing tennis in the future. And if they become emotionally and mentally invested in this thing through time and effort, that's going to influence the subconscious mind the most. And the subconscious mind is going to start to produce things throughout the day, not on your own conscious will, not according to your own conscious will. It will do it on its own. It's automatic. It's its own nature. The subconscious mind is always producing things. It's like a flower that's unfolding and it continues to unfold. It never stops. It's always expanding. It's always creating. It's got a lot of energy behind it. The subconscious mind creates conversations in the head when you're just minding your business, and then a random conversation starts in your mind. That's coming from the subconscious. And if something has a lot of momentum in your life, it's going to be coming into your mind and it's going to be about that thing. It creates random thoughts. It creates memories from the past, things that continue to pop up in your mind from the past. That's coming from the subconscious as well. It creates visions using your imagination. Past traumatic events, because they are very emotionally charged and because the subconscious mind is heavily influenced by emotion and repetition, it's going to continue to bring up past traumatic events. The subconscious mind is what's creating your compulsions, your addictive thoughts. They're not you. They're not coming from you. You are experiencing them and you are becoming conscious of them, but they're not you. They're coming from the subconscious mind, and that's what the subconscious mind does. Whatever you repeat, whatever you pay attention to, will influence what the subconscious mind creates. Do you see now why your addiction has so much power and momentum? It was something that you did repeatedly. It was something that you anticipated doing again in the future. And it was something that you became emotionally and mentally invested in. If you do a thing and that thing makes you feel good, even if it's temporary, even if it's just for a few minutes, that is emotional investment. You're doing a thing, you're feeling better, so your subconscious mind is now going to remember that, hey, this thing makes me feel better. We should defend that and protect it and look for more of it. Do you see now why your addiction has so much momentum? Here's three final kind of questions to ask yourself. Do you think you will be able to quit your addiction if you are not spending some time each day reflecting on the reasons why you want to change or why you want to quit? Do you think you're going to be able to quit your addiction if you are fighting with yourself, if you're creating resentment, and if you're generating negative emotion based on this fighting? Do you think you're going to quit your addiction if you're not imagining the way you intend to live, even if it's for 5 to 10 minutes a day? Consciously thinking about the way you intend to live, which is a form of reflection. I'm going to leave you with Two last things here. One is the actual routine that I designed for you to use, and you can create your own routine. Do not forget, this is just a template. I encourage you to design your own. It's called the 533 routine because once I realized in order to influence the subconscious mind, we not only need these three things, but we need to turn them into action. What action will I choose? What should I do to make this work for me, right? So I decided on writing down my thoughts in a journal, and then reading those things later on, reflecting on them. So it starts with 3 to 5 minutes, writing about the way you intend to live in any aspect of your life, not just the addiction. In any aspect of your life, how do you intend to live? How do you intend to treat people? How do you intend to interact with others? What do you intend to do? For 3 to 5 minutes. Then you write for 3 minutes about the reasons why you want to quit. Specifically, what are the reasons why you want to quit this addiction and change? And you write twice. You write whatever the sentence is that you come up with, write it twice. And none of this has to make sense. Just write and let whatever comes to you flow onto the page. Let it come through you. Don't fight it. Don't try to make it perfect. The final step is reflecting on the past 3 days of what you have created. So if you've been writing every day for 3 days, doing these two here, then now you're going to have a full 3 days to reflect on. And you do this every day. You keep reflecting on the past 3 days. It's extremely powerful and it helps. It will help you get out of your addiction, I promise. It will speed up the entire process. This first step here requires vision and imagination, and it also heals your self-image. If you've been fighting with yourself, and if you've been trying to force yourself to quit something and failing, because that's starting the whole relapse repeat cycle, that's going to hurt your self-image. The way you see yourself and the way you think about yourself is going to become damaged by this fighting and by this relapsing and all of that. This first step starts to repair that damage. The second part is all about repetition and emotional investment. And it also has a huge influence and impact on your awareness of things. If you're thinking every day for about 3 to 5 minutes about just the reasons why you want to quit doing that thing, it's going to build your awareness. It really does. And eventually, when these things pop up, these thoughts, these addictive thoughts, or these compulsions, when they pop up, or these triggers in your environment, your awareness will be so much stronger that the way you react to these things will be much different. You will be free from the addiction. You'll be free from the compulsive thoughts and the addictive urges that just come to you from the subconscious mind and from life. The reflection part, reading the past 3 days. This does a lot. As you can see here, there's a bigger list on this side. But mostly it creates clarity and it creates momentum. When you are every day, which again, it only takes like 3 to 5 minutes, if you're doing the same thing every day, and that thing is literally reflecting on your past 3 days of whatever you have been writing, all of your thoughts, and that creates a large amount of clarity on who you are and what you're doing. It creates momentum within you, and it amplifies your spiritual energy. At first, when you're doing this routine, you're going to think it's just a stupid routine. You're going to think it's pointless. You're not going to have much hope. Maybe. Depends on who you are. That's because the spirit doesn't have much energy yet. It doesn't have much conviction. Your spirit is doubtful. It's doubting things. But if you do this every day, if you reflect every single day for just 3 to 5 minutes about what you've been writing down, it's going to amplify your spirit, I promise. It's a wonderful thing. It happens to most people so far from what I've noticed. It happens to most people around week 2 or week 3. You'll notice that instead of the word writing, I've been including the word speaking. And that's because you don't have to write if you don't want to write. You do not have to write. You can just speak and record your voice with your phone and then listen to that as a form of reflection. Instead of reading your past days in your journal, you would just listen to your past recordings. Final step here, the final board, the realization board that I'm going to talk about before I end this episode. There's 5 things I want you to know. Fighting with yourself, forcing yourself to quit is going to ruin your mental health and your progress. Your addiction has momentum, and it's not personal. That's just what the subconscious mind does. It's just doing what it does, which is to defend and protect habits and things that you have become emotionally invested in. That's what the subconscious mind does. You can decrease the amount of momentum that the addiction has by articulation, articulating how and why you want to change, and reflecting on what you have articulated for 5 to 10 minutes. Every single day, it's not much time, you can do it. It's a small investment to free yourself from an addiction that's ruining your life. Not much time, 5 to 10 minutes. You can do it. You can make your own routine or use the one that I created for you. I encourage you to make your own routine. Use the one I designed for you maybe in the beginning for the first maybe 2-3 weeks, couple months, but then be open and willing to creating your own if your mind and heart pulls you that direction. People don't quit addictions because they decide to. They only quit when both their subconscious mind and their conscious vision become aligned. If you're not ready to quit your addiction, it's because your subconscious mind is not aligned yet. If you want to align your subconscious mind, you need to do something repetitively where you have mental and emotional investment and where you think about doing it again in the future. You need to design a routine, some sort of ritual or routine that resonates with you. My name is Nicholas with Addiction Freedom. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next one. Take care now.